The owner of a St. Pete Beach hotel housing hurricane victims who are working on repairing their homes says he's now caught in a bind.
He opened up his hotel to help people using FEMA's Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program, but says it's cost him over $200,000 in just the last 5 weeks. Our Angie Andrews is outside the Plaza Beach Hotel this morning with the story. So Angie, the hotel owner, is telling you he's been put in a bad spot along with the people trying to recover right now.
Yeah, Georgia and Roy, and it's through FEMA's Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program that the agency was actually paying for hotel rooms for hurricane victims for 180 days. That program was initially set to expire back on April 10th, but it was at the very, very last second that FEMA said they would grant a 60-day extension to some people who they felt were eligible. But ever since that extension was granted, the owner of the hotel here in St. Pete Beach says he's barely been paid.
It's okay. The last 7 months have been an emotional roller coaster for Valerie Wolford. After her Treasure Island apartment flooded, she bounced from hotel to hotel using FEMA's Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program. But on April 10th, when the program was supposed to expire, Wolford says her last hotel told her that she had to go.
They said we're in season, so everyone has to leave.
Then she found herself at the Plaza Beach Hotel. Owner Robert Cezanne said he'd received this memo from FEMA stating that for hurricane survivors whose homes were still uninhabitable, the program would be extended for another 60 days. So he told Valerie and 62 others that they could stay.
It was intended to help the people, and unfortunately it's hurting the people and it's hurting me in turn.
But it was in late April when Cezanne received a very small check from FEMA that he realized something was wrong. Talking with FEMA's processing company, they deduced that a contradictory clause in the new rules made most of the people he was housing ineligible, specifically those who had homes, just needed a little more time for repairs.
We read through it very carefully, and then we're like, oh my gosh, this is it. So it was kind of an enlightening moment at that moment that we realized that that one clause is what's disqualifying 85% of the people.
People he'd already promised could stay until that new June 8th deadline. It put Cezanne in a bind, now having to choose to either let the hurricane victims stay with no promise he'll ever get paid, or tell them that they have to go so he can sell rooms Memorial Day weekend and help make up some of that money he's lost over the last year.
It hurts me financially, but I know what the right decision is. My heart tells me what the right decision is, so we are going to keep them here. But it is definitely going to hurt us at the bottom line, without a doubt.
It's a decision that brought tears to Valerie's eyes and so many others who say they just need a little more time before they can move home.
Without them, we would have nowhere to go.
Now, I reached out to FEMA, and they sent me a statement that reads in part, FEMA's TSA program provides short-term lodging in participating hotels for eligible disaster survivors. Eligibility is reassessed regularly in coordination with the state, and survivors must actively work on a housing plan, which may include options like direct temporary housing. Declining a suitable direct housing offer can affect continued TSA eligibility. And Cezanne says he's also been working closely with Senator Rick Scott's office, trying to come up with a solution here. We also reached out to Scott's office, checking on the progress here, and have not yet heard back. Georgia, right?
Now, Angie, FEMA reps said the purpose of the program is to get people back into their homes and not rely on the hotels as a permanent solution. Has there been any success with that since the extension in April?
Well, I can't speak to every hotel in Pinellas County that is housing hurricane victims, but I know at least here at the Plaza Beach Hotel, Cezanne says that on April 10th, that original deadline, he had 63 hurricane victims staying here, and now that number is down to 44. He says every week he sees a few more check out. So in his opinion, he says this program certainly is working.
Yeah, but it's such a long process for people to be able to get back into their homes. Angie, thank you.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.